and a little sneak peek of the brushes used in this video. You ready? Welcome to Mimi's Life. If you haven't seen the previous video that kind of leads up to this part of the painting, I will pop it up for you, and I will put it also at the end of this video for you to click on. But this video is all about the water and the reflection, and I wasn't happy with what it looked like at all, so I went in and tried to remedy that. So here we go with orange, and I thought, okay, there is red in the tree, so we're gonna have to put a little bit of that back in there. That red is really strong, by the way, guys. Oof, awesome strong. So I went back in with the same orange on the brush and just sort of kind of blended it a little bit. I knew I had to do this fast because acrylics dry pretty quickly. I got myself a new brush, and this is called either a comb or a wisp brush, and I must say I really liked the sort of rippling effect that it created just by doing a few strokes. I'm gonna have to use this brush in the future, see what other cool stuff I can do with this. I was really quite enjoying this. And I'm back to the flat brush. I figured I need more reflection off of those trees into the water, and trust me, this was a trial and error part of my painting journey with this particular piece, because I wasn't quite sure what colors to use. I also got a couple of new colors, so I really wanted to try those out, but at the same time I was just like, well, you don't know until you try, right? And if you fail, that's great, you will learn something. Well, for those who are new to my channel, thank you for clicking on this video and for joining me in this little journey on how to paint the water and reflection. I am a self-taught artist, so if you see me using kind of awkward techniques, yeah, that will be why, because I was never really taught properly, I suppose. But art is art, right? And I think it all matters what the end result looks like, but for me, the journey is equally as important. Okay, fast forward a little bit. I wasn't happy with the color, and I kept struggling with the color of the water throughout the painting until the very end. So if you're wondering what the heck are you doing? Yeah, I was wondering the same thing. Onto my liner brush, the smartest. What, you really think brushes can be smart? Okay, whatever. The smallest one I have. And I did follow, or not follow, I did watch a few videos on how to do water, but I don't think I quite got the concept quite yet. But hey, one has to practice and practice and practice in order to create a skill, right? You didn't learn how to write properly from day one either, so. But I must tell you though, it was a really trust the process kind of thing, because when I was putting these little lines in, I'm like, oh God, it looks like little worms just infiltrated the water. So I don't know. I wasn't like too happy, but I thought, okay, stick with it. Keep going. Don't stop. You get this. You'll get this. You'll do it. Okay, so fast forward, now I'm adding a lighter color. So first I started with the darkest color, and then just around that darker color, I added a little bit more of like a light blue / grayish color. trying to kind of blend where the reflection of the trees hits more of a water part, and like, oh my gosh, yeah, honestly I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just doing. So it's a lot of the same thing over and over again, so I will do a lot of fast forwarding, and that way we can kind of, you know, get to the result a little bit quicker. I'm hoping you will learn something from this, or just, you know, be entertained, because yeah, I struggle, and sometimes that can be entertaining. I don't know. I'm kind of laughing at myself a little bit at the very end. I'm like, oh my gosh, girl, you spent a lot of time overthinking and probably overworking this part. And then time to go in with a lighter color. This is not white, but it is like a lot of white mixed with the tiniest little bit of gray, like Payne's gray and blue. Cerulean Blue. Trying to create a ripple type effect on the water, and yeah. I can tell you I had to step back a few times to look at this painting from a distance rather than being right there with my nose right on top of it. Things look a lot different if you just step back and evaluate. Like I said earlier, it looks like little wormies crawling in the water right now. Is the water sick? Does it have a parasite? I mean, it was starting to look more like water and reflection at this point, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm nowhere done. This isn't it. So we'll just keep on, muddling through. Back in with a flat brush. So this is a few days after I did the little wormies. I looked at the color of the water, didn't like it. So I figured it needs more blue, it needs a lighter tone. So Cerulean Blue it is, going in here. Because that's what I use for the sky. Cerulean Blue kind of mixed with white. Anyway, so I'm just kind of filling in some spaces, but I'm also going over, like partially over what I've already done, but very lightly, so you can still see stuff shining through. Now here, more white added to the mixture. Like I said, I really overthought this whole process, I'm pretty sure, but I was trying to make it look more like what I wanted it to look like. So at this point, I'm like, am I messing up my painting? Well, if I do, then I know for the next time, but still, it was like, I need something different. Okay, back to another liner brush. And this is white, guys. Titanium white, nothing else. Thinking, okay, we're just gonna put these highlights in because they have to be in there eventually, and maybe that'll make things pop, or maybe it makes me look at it like, oh, it needs a shadow here or a mid-tone there. And basically still not quite knowing what the heck I'm doing, guys, really. Tips, please, in the comments. Tips, please. Water, reflection, hyperrealism. Talk to me. So I decided to go back in with kind of a mid-tone. This is kind of like a mixture of, I think it's Hooker's Green and Payne's Gray and a little bit of white. Because I still felt that something was off with the coloring, something was off with like a transition between colors. So I'm going in between my little highlights that I created, and I'm just adding this kind of like, you know, grayish, almost a sagey kind of color in between, hoping to make it look better. Grab the different liner brush, the long one that I have, and this is that Hooker's Green with Payne's Gray. More Payne's Gray, I think, than the green, and trying to add some sort of detail in. And like I said, at this point, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. But let's just do it and then step away and see if it looks like something I can be, you know, satisfied with. And I'm zooming out a bit so that you get the idea of this part of the painting kind of with a more fuller picture of what's already there. Even backed up more, and I still was not happy with that watercolor. I thought, wow, this is weird. The sky doesn't look like that. Water doesn't look like that. It's not right. So here we go again with, you know, a kind of combination of white and, you know, blue. Just trying to make it look more realistic. So yeah, it was a bit of a struggle. But in the end, I decided that it was finished because I was overthinking it and I didn't want to mess it up. So here you go, end result. Tell me what you think. And thank you so much for watching. I called the painting Fall Vibes. Happy Fall Vibes. We'll see you in the next video. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.